Hello, everyone. I would first like to start off by saying thank you so much for participating in our educational lecture series. Your participation by watching the video and completing the quizzes is very meaningful because it helps to spread the knowledge of ABA and related principles. It empowers you as a caregiver with effective strategies to teach skills and manage behavior, and it also supports future funding by demonstrating the program's impact. Together, we are building confident caregivers, supported families, and brighter futures.
Hello, welcome to our fourth training in the educational lecture series, Putting It All Together. Go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back because you've now completed the first 3 trainings. So far, you have learned about what ABA is and a basic understanding of how behavior works. You've also learned about strategies in teaching your learner to communicate their wants and needs, tolerating challenging situations, and completing tasks. For this last presentation, we're going to go over a few teaching concepts and strategies, which includes 1, behavioral skills teaching, 2, setting goals for you and your learner, 3, seeking additional professional help for changing behavior, and 4, the importance of prioritizing yourself as a caregiver. So, what is behavioral skills teaching, or BST? Well, BST is an evidence-based training method to teach individuals new skills using a systematic approach. BST has been applied in a variety of settings, including in the home, schools, with healthcare workers, the workplace, and in ABA therapy. In fact, it has been used for over 40 years with individuals with and without developmental disabilities. BST is also largely considered to be the most effective training strategy. It has been used to teach individuals a wide variety of behavior analytic skills. BST consists of 4 main components to teach a skill. Tell, which is providing instructions, usually with a visual. Show, which is modeling how to do the skill. Do, which is having your learner practice the skill. And reinforce or redirect, which is providing feedback on how your learner did engaging in the skill. This teaching approach is hands-on and allows the learner to practice the new skill while also receiving feedback until they are performing the skill correctly and independently. All caregivers can use BST to teach a variety of skills. These skills can include, but are not limited to, shoe tying, doing laundry, identifying when a conversation partner is not interested in a conversation, sitting for a haircut, or making a snack, etc., which means the possibilities are endless. Let's talk about the first step, tell, ND, tell. Get it? A little pun for you there. What you'll do here is you'll introduce the skill you are going to teach your learner and why it is important. You'll describe the skill specifically and also include relatable examples of situations and or places where a learner may need to perform the skill. As a reminder from our previous training, instructions should be clear, concise, and consistent. They should explain why this skill is important to your learner's daily life, and they should also incorporate visuals like pictures, videos, written steps, flowcharts, PowerPoints, etc. Visuals are a really great option because they can be referred to or may be used as a guide for performing the skill later on. During the second step, show, you will model or act out the skill. You could do this yourself with another person, or you can use videos. It is important to be specific and act out all different scenarios of what the skill looks like. It is also important to show the right way to perform the skill and the wrong way. As you're acting out the skill to show your learner, you can narrate what you are doing and refer to visual guides used in step 1. For the third step, do, This is where your learner practices the skill themselves. If the skill is complex or maybe involving many steps, it's best to start with practicing the simplest or easiest steps first to build confidence. Over time, you can gradually add steps to continue building the skill. As your learner's independence with the skill grows, you can also practice in new or different locations to help them perform the skill wherever they may need to in the future. That could include with or without you. This do or practice step can be done in a role play scenario where you and your learner are acting out the situation and they practice the skill. Or as opportunities arise naturally in their day-to-day activities, you can encourage them to practice the skill in real time. Is reinforce or redirect as ways to provide feedback to your learner after they practice the skill. To reinforce, you will want to give behavior-specific praise and encouragement to your learner for all parts of the skill they performed correctly. You also want to make sure to highlight the important skills that your learner may have needed help with or skills that you are pleased to see that they have completed. So, for example, some praise can sound like, "Good job washing the dishes with soap and water," or maybe like, "Awesome job sitting in the chair for your haircut. Good job." It is very important to always praise them for trying. When your learner does not perform the skill correctly or doesn't know what to do, you'll want to redirect. So you can do this by providing a corrective statement on the specific skill that they should have engaged in, plus guidance on how to correctly perform the skill next time. It is important to be very gentle and clear on your expectations so your learner will still feel, motivated to cooperate in learning the skill. Some examples of redirection include, "You did well rinsing the dishes with water, but next time let's remember to use soap too, okay?" Or, "It's okay that we didn't finish the haircut. Next time let's try to sit for a whole 10 minutes. I will be there to help you." During this time, you can also model the skill again, gesture to any relevant materials you are referring to, or review the visuals again as well. One example that these 4 components can apply to is hand washing. So step 1, tell. This can be a visual schedule, so you'd review the steps with your child and state why it is important to wash your hands. Step 2, show. You could either wash your hands and talk through the steps, or you could show a video model of it. Step 3, do, which, reminder, is when your learner starts practicing the skill themselves. So they can practice washing their hands 2 evenings before dinner and once each day during the weekend. And last step, reinforce and redirect. During this step, you'll want to give specific praise for the hand washing steps your learner independently completed, and then you'll coach or prompt for steps your learner may have needed more help with. What it would look like for the example of doing laundry using these steps is the first step, tell. A visual schedule can also be used, or a step-by-step list. You'd review the steps with your learner and state why it is important to learn. When explaining why it is important to learn the skill, you could maybe talk about things like, stain prevention or hygienic reasons, and etc. Step 2, show. Once again, you could either show them how yourself and talk through the steps of doing laundry, or you could show them a video model. Step 3, do. You'd work on teaching your learner or practicing doing the laundry once a week on Sunday afternoons. And step 4, which of course, reinforce and redirect, you'd give specific praise for laundry steps completed independently and coaching or prompting for steps your learner may have needed a little bit more help with. For the example of getting a haircut, it would look like tell, which of course can also be a visual schedule or step-by-step list. Ways to explain why getting haircuts are important could be maybe reduce tangles, or makes it easier to wash our hair, or it helps us stay cool. and etc. For the show step, if you modeled it yourself, it's going to have two people for this, so one person could be the barber and the other is pretending to be your learner. Or of course, you could show a video model instead. Next step, do. For this example, it could look like you and your learner practicing every evening for the week leading up to the haircut. And the last step, reinforce and redirect. This is where you give specific praise for sitting and cooperating with the haircut and prompt them to keep their head still. Now we're going to review the importance of setting goals for both you and your learner. Goals are important when trying to improve or refine behaviors because goals help us, stay on task and set realistic expectations so we can contact success. When thinking of goals, we want to keep it SMART, which means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. So for making goals more specific, you'll want to set a plan for exactly what you will be doing that aligns with how you are going to change the behavior you are focusing on. An example of a general goal is, I want my child to improve their communication. A way to be more specific, you could say, I'm going to work with my child making word approximations for snacks 4 days a week during snack time. Goals should also be measurable, which just means to keep track. You can do this by marking it on a calendar, keeping it in your notes app on your phone, write down a list, or even record videos periodically to show progress. Measuring your practice and progress with the goal will help you move forward and feel successful. Now, when we say a goal should be achievable, we mean realistic. Also meaning, this should be something your learner already has foundational skills for, so it won't be too hard for them. If the goal is too hard, they'll lose motivation or become discouraged, in turn making it more difficult for practice and progress to occur. It should also be realistic for practicing your goal to fit in with your daily life and routines. If you don't practice, you will not see progress, so you want to make a plan to be intentional about this. For example, it may be more realistic to say you are going to work on teaching your child to ride a bike once or twice on weekend mornings when you're headed to the park. Saying this is more realistic because this is more achievable than saying you'll practice every single day with your busy schedule. The goals you set for you and your learner also need to be relevant, which means they are important to everyone involved. The goal should align with your family values while also benefiting your learner's quality of life and fostering their growth and independence. To be timely with your goal means you are staying on track with practicing and ensuring progress. Some examples could be, by next month, I will have worked on my child asking for snacks 4 days a week. Or every day I will practice hand washing with my child before dinner. Or on Saturdays, I will work with my child on teaching them to make their bed, and etc. Some top secret tips for success: set reminders on your phone, get help from other family members or loved ones, and reward yourself after practicing with your learner. The next topic we want to discuss is more for you specifically and how you can better care for yourself. Firstly, it is okay to not be okay. It is okay to acknowledge that caring for others can be overwhelming. The following information is to provide you with information about noticing when you may need to seek professional help to support you, as you're navigating life's stressful or uncertain moments. If you notice that you are feeling exhausted, stressed, or like you don't know what to do, you are worried about the safety for yourself, your learner, or your family, or you feel the need for more support to work with your learner, it may be beneficial to join support groups for caregivers, ask your learner's school or maybe other therapy providers for more caregiver support resources, receive counseling or therapy to help during life stressors, or consult with a medical provider for other resources to help. It is not bad to seek other support. If it helps make navigating life a bit easier, it's worth reaching out when you need it. Your child may also be in need of professional or additional support depending on their experiences. If your learner is having extreme or dangerous behaviors such as aggression to others, property destruction, self-interest behaviors, or running away to the point of concern, if you have tried teaching your learner new skills and they aren't responding to your teaching, or strategies at home are otherwise ineffective at making progress, you may need to seek help from a board-certified behavior analyst, aka BCBA. You may need to collaborate with school personnel or schedule an appointment with a medical provider. Along the same breath of seeking help, we want to remind you how important it is to take care of yourself. As a parent or guardian, family member, or educator, it is essential to invest in yourself while you are also caring for others, especially when navigating your learner's diagnosis or helping them learn new skills or figuring out how to help them tolerate challenging situations. This is because you can better care for and work with your learner when your own needs are met first. You should ensure that you are giving reinforcement to yourself regularly. Take some time every day or week to do what brings you joy, and seek help to ensure your own positive growth and learning. There's a saying, you cannot pour from an empty cup, which means taking care of yourself will benefit you and your learner. This slide has some websites as resources for you. So the first box has web links that provides information about special education services, along with you and your learner's rights to those services by law. You know your child best, and you are their best advocate, so please take some time to read through those so you can help support them while they're in school. The second box has resources related to information about autism, support that you and your family can receive, and applied behavior analysis. Please check out these links as well. They can really help you, your learner, and others in your community, and also increase your knowledge about these topics. Knowledge is power, and our neurodiverse community deserves our support and advocacy. The last box is a YouTube page containing different videos for teaching hygiene and daily living skills to adolescents and adults. These videos are really great as models when you are using your behavior skills teaching, or for visuals to help your learner with specific tasks. Thank you so much for participating in our educational lecture series. If you are a current or former client from Connecting the Dots, please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions regarding any of the information from this series. Our goal is that you feel comfortable and confident in teaching your learner new skills or helping them during challenging situations, and we are here to support you.